YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of the Wiley Show. I'm trying to cool down, okay? It's hot outside. And of course, my air don't work in my car. So I have to take Uber and Lyft, you know what I'm saying? Go to the grocery store and, gets get the refrigerator good and popping. So I'm out, getting the Uber and the air is not working. I don't know if it's the heat and the AC got to work 3 times as hard, but it's been difficult. So I'm just going on the street. So I'm trying to cool down. I'm sweating. I mean, it's hot. And I'm up here going, getting the refrigerator together for the weekend so I can have something to eat. And I mean, it's sweating like something. All right. Um, when I was out, I said, "Hey, I need to get an Uber. I need to get a Lyft or whatever." And I always do the Lyft and wait, right? Because you pay like $5 to get to the store where I'm at. Pay like $5, $5 back. So I always do that, and you have to wait. And so what I do when I go in the store, okay, when I'm getting ready to, get to the cashier, I go head on, I go to head on and hurry up and order so I can for the ride could be waiting on me instead of me waiting on the ride. And I don't care what you do, if you pay full price, whatever, the air just not working like that. I don't know. Only been in one car and the air was good. Air worked fine, but it's hot. Okay. It's when I tell you it's hot out here, it is hot, baby. When I tell you, but it's a lot going on out here in the world, and we're gonna get into these videos. But when I said I'm sweating, I mean, I don't wear no underwear. Like my feet is sweaty, like my free balling, whatever you call it. I'm just doing it, and I want to go to the gym, but it's been so hot. So what I do, I try to walk outside earlier in the day, maybe I'm like 5 or 10 minutes, a little walk, to the mailbox, and then walk around the parking lot, and then go back inside because the heat is just unbearable. So, and I have to get in the air, you know what I'm saying? And of course, I got to entertain company, I got to entertain some company. So I get out there and I entertain the company or whatever, and we have our best life, and if we felt good, and that's how I didn't go live last night. But thank God I didn't, because it's a lot that went on today that we're gonna talk about now. Again, when we back in Chicago, we pretty much do our morning show at 10:30, and then we do a show like around at night if something pop. But of course, we don't do it here because I have a lot to catch up on. I got people to see, friends to see, or whatever. So I don't go out, try to do like a morning show, right? Whenever I get up, I do a show. But I'm here today, and it was kind of dry out here today. So I'm going to talk about these stories right now. When y'all come on in here. All right. So of course, on the docket here, we're gonna first talk about um, none other. We're gonna talk about where we at. Our first topic here. We're gonna talk about Ice Spice, and we're gonna talk about Nicki Minaj. And so when I saw this fakeness, I'm like, this is fake. And I want to be real with you. This is an extremely fake relationship between these both. Like, you got these two women. Well, first of all, you got Ice Spice and you got Nicki Minaj. They both is the type of woman that, they teaming up just because Nicki Minaj is teaming up with Ice Spice because of Cardi B and her successes of the female rappers. The list go on and on. And then, Ice Spice did an interview and she said, well, when I hug Nicki Minaj, I just had to turn my head and I cried. Honey, stop that line. Like, it's okay to pay homage, but when you do too much, somehow you cry, stop it. You did not cry. All right. I think these female rappers, they go out their way just to cater towards this narcissistic woman, and they gotta say, "Oh, you know what? When I hug Nikki, I cried like a baby." No, you didn't. Stop it. You probably was excited. Oh my gosh, she's gonna help boost my career, even though I'm coming for that crown. It helped boost my career, but you didn't get it there and you balled up in no tears. You didn't. And the only reason why Nicki Minaj is working with Ice Spice because number one, she's marketable. Number two, she's the next girl up, as according to the media. But we will see how next she's up when that album come out, when the album drop. We're gonna see, because if she sell less than 80,000 copies in the first week, she is a flop. She's not the next one. As I look at a successful album, the first week matters a lot. And I think that in your first week, you should be at least selling about 150,000 copies in the first week. In the first week. If you're selling below 50,000, it's a flop. Corey Ray didn't even crack 50,000. It flopped, not even 65,000. She sold about 11,000 copies due to the lack of promotion and marketing. But hopefully, Ice Spice is a little different because she got the Barbs in her pocket, and the Barbs love her, and etc. They're gonna show supports to the Barbs, and the Barbs gonna massive buy, farm buy, and be on the farms and massive buy her album, and we shall see. And we're gonna see how that's gonna play out. But also, we had about 4.5 million people signed up just to get an alert about her tour. That don't mean 4.5 million people is going to buy a ticket. They just want to sign up and be nosy. All right. That ain't no use to them going to buy a ticket. They just sign up. They just want to be nosy at the end of the day. And they not going to buy a ticket. They just going to say, hey, let me be nosy. Let me go out here and be nosy. And let me see what's going on out here. But we know for a fact that she ain't going to, y'all ain't buying her no ticket. Let's be all the way clear on that. All right. So when I'm looking at the stuff that's going on, and I'm minding my own business, as I always do. And I'm looking at Nicki Minaj and her successes. But we're going to see, and we're going to judge it by how many albums she sell, because she could literally sell under 100,000. Of course, her mixtape sold 80,000, and that was like an old mixtape. So a new project should sell triple that. So she should sell in the first week. If she sold 80,000 an old mixtape, she should at least sell 160,000 copies in the first week, and it should go gold in the next 3 months, and it should go platinum in the next 6 months if she release her project. We shall see. But at the end of the day, and people were coming at me and they were judging me, say, "Hey, Wiley, you never talk about male rappers." That's a lie. We talk about male rappers here a lot. We talked about G Herbo. We talked about him. We talked about Blueface. We a mixture of a platform. We don't just talk about female rappers over here. We talk about men. We talk about Bishop Whitehead, etc. I'm actually more harder on men than I am on women. Period. Point blank. I'm hard on Tasha K. Husband um, about his weakness. So you can't use that. Oh, you don't never say nothing against the man. Yes, Giobo is a trash rapper. I mean, he's getting arrested for fraud, etc. For stealing people credit card information. Let's be clear. Okay. Let's all the way be clear. I talk about rappers all the time. Blueface, I love his toxic masculinity, but at the end of the day, I'll also talk about female rappers. Whoever I feel like talking about, I will talk about it. If I get an email and my producers want me to talk about them, they're going on the docket. Best believe that. All right. So I'm not the typical, oh, you always say something against the women. I come harder on the men than I do the women. You know what I'm saying? Let's be clear. I do. I think that men supposed to be alpha and not beta. You know what I'm saying? I came hard on Ken Barbie. I was hard on him because he's a man. He's a very weak man, weak water man. He was begging me a few minutes before the show for to take down some stuff about him, but we're not gonna do that. We don't do no takedown. We are an alpha and not a beta. All right. So when it comes to Ice Spice, let's be clear. I am not a fan of her music. And I want to be honest with you. When I heard her songs, it just doesn't do it for me. She don't, the hair don't do it for me. Um her in booty shorts don't do it for me. Um it just doesn't do it for me. Like her music don't do it for me. I can listen to a Coyle Ray album before I would listen to anything of an Ice Spice. I can rather listen to a JT or City Girls project before Ice Spice. Um, and I'm just being real. I can listen to Megan Thee Stallion project before I can listen, or Cardi B, most definitely. But Ice Spice, no. And then people had the audacity to say Ice Spice have taken somebody's spot. She have not, because until she can sell records, albums, then we can talk about a spot that she can take. I mean, we shall see. Until she can go gold or platinum in an album, because at one point they said Coyle Ray is next up. Then they said Glorilla is next up. But when they release these projects, it flops. So we shall see how successful the album going to be. And then I could be like, okay, this is truly the princess rap. But you can't be a princess and can't crack more than 60, 70, 80, 100,000 copies in the first week. You just can't be considered a princess. Even Megan even suffered in album sales. It's difficult because consumers now, they want to have more positive energy. They're not more positive energy. They just want something new. The consumers are tired of just rapping about Gioni. I think that's tired. I think that it's burning out. I think this is the last probably phase of the culture of rapping about your yoni and playing with it, how sticky, how wet is it, how much money is worth, etc. I think this is pretty much an era that is phasing out. And if we're not careful, we will continue to, a lot of these rappers will get lost. And so if they want to succeed and be something greater as an artist, you got to rap more than your body parts. Because, I mean, most of these women talk about their yoni. They're single. They dating predators. It would be more relatable to say, "Hey, my yoni attract predators with ankle bracelets." But they talk about a good game and how powerful their yoni is, it's just so uncontrollable. But then you look at the dudes; they are just trash dudes, or some of them are just um, single. Like Ice, but she don't have anybody. She's just a single person, single woman. She probably played with herself or whatever the case may be, or have another woman looking on her lady pad. I won't be shocked to see her come out of the closet just to sell records. But I don't necessarily see her attracting all of this powerful stuff. Just like even Offset, they would, Cardi B was talking about how powerful her yoni is, and Offset cheat on her left and right, cheat on her with a senior citizen Becky. But let's be clear, they rap and they attract nothing but R words and pedals and etc. I mean, you can look at Nicki Minaj's record. I mean, she attract one of the worst of the worst. So what does that say? Your yoni only attract to R words and predators. If that's what your yoni is attracted to, you must be on the a list to in order to get my yoni to squirt, you know. And maybe they role play. She played Jennifer Hugh, and he played the Predator, and all of that, and all of maybe she have a sick, twisted fantasy of R words and pedals, and that's what she attracted. I mean, her brother. I mean, look at her brother. She funded her brother. Her brother was playing with little girls, and Nicki went in her piggy bank and paid for the best lawyers. And of course, he was caught. Thank God that he's serving time in prison. But that wasn't stopping, Nicki Minaj for going in her uh, pingy, pink piggy bank and going in there paying for a lawyer. Let's be clear. And I know a lot of people say, "Oh, you taking it too far," but that's who she dated. You can't be like, "Oh, Wiley, you taking it too far," but she dated a man that's on the list. And then here they go. "Oh, you taking it too far, Wiley. You taking it too far." Was it far enough for her to date a man that's on the SO list? Is that far? Sit down with your foolish self. These are facts. Did her brother touch on a child? Yes. That ain't taking it too far. I'm just exposing the wickedness and the evilness and the vindictiveness of Nicki Minaj. And the money that you streaming went towards the pedo enterprise. The pedo enterprise. So I just had to just stand up on that. Talking about, "Oh, you taking it too taking it too." Sit down with your foolish self. She took it too far, opening up her legs to a whole pedo and creating a seed of pedo junior. So when we see this stuff, and okay, I told you I'm hot. I'm sweating. Like my shirt is drenched in sweat. And we open up the phone lines and let y'all call in. All right. We'll let y'all call in. Okay. All right. So if you want to call in, we'll open up the phone lines for y'all to call in. Okay. All right. All right. I mean, it is hot out here for real, for real. But we here. And they said, don't get the bar. I'm sorry. Let's move on. All right. Is Ice Spice the princess of rap? Press one. If you don't think she's the princess of rap, press two. If you think she's the princess of rap, press one. If you don't think she's the princess of rap, press two. If you think she's the princess of rap, press one. If you don't think she's the princess of rap, press two. If you think she's the princess of rap, press one. If you don't think she's the princess of rap, press two. If you think she's the princess of rap, press one. If you don't think she's the princess of rap, press two. Look at the twos. Look at the twos. If you think she's the princess of rap, press one. If you don't think the princess of rap, press two. All right. Um, absolutely. Okay, let's they say all the stats and numbers are fake. Oh wow. That is what they said. Now we're gonna move on to this other topic. And I want you all to call in if y'all can call in today. I want you all to call in today if y'all if you can. We're gonna bring up the one and only well, let me get to Tasha K, of course. So Tasha K decided to go live on yesterday and talk about Kevin Hart. And this woman was live yesterday talking about Kevin Hart stole her ideas of the wine cellar. But Tasha K actually stole that idea from somebody else having the wine glass in the wine cellar. Nothing that Tasha K do is so-called original. There have always been people in wine cellars doing stuff in wine cellars. I can go down the line and talk to different YouTubers that have done it. But I don't think that Kevin is looking at Tasha K and saying this different thing. Now, Tasha K was talking about this with Drake, I'm sorry, with Dr. Dre, and saying that why didn't Kevin Hart talk to Dr. Dre about him beating on women? First and foremost, I don't think that Kevin Hart should ask those type of questions because number one, that's not up for topic of discussion. He never was arrested or charged for beating on a woman. It was a woman with a struggling voice, using it for clout. Slept with Suge Knight and used that rumor to get clout. The lady with the struggling voice. But do I believe that Dr. Dre beat on? No, I do not believe it at all. I believe that Dr. Dre is a great, awesome, wholesome man, and I believe he done so much to accomplish so much in it. And if he did do these things, why haven't he? Why is he not in jail? So I don't believe that those questions should be brought up about him hitting on a woman. Not at all, in my humble opinion. I don't believe that. Because the woman that slept with Suge behind, Dr. Dre's back, you know, um, I don't believe. And then now she's saying her voice, a struggle voice. She's saying that, oh, he did something to me. Like, absolutely not. I don't believe that at all. I believe he's a great guy. I've been knowing of the industry of years of Dr. Dre. Okay, K Luke, you can go. Bye. You ain't got to announce it. Hit the door and you still ain't gone, you still watching. But I don't believe that. And I don't believe that at all because I believe that I have my own opinion. And sometimes you have to understand that I got my own opinion. I don't believe that either that it have happened. I definitely don't. I've never witnessed and seen him touch on a woman, violated her. I never seen it at all. And so I'm just keeping it straight. And many people say, "Oh, he's known of doing this." Many people are known to doing things, but did we witness it? How is any evidence of that? Is it a criminal record to prove that he put his hands on any of those women? Did he serve time in prison for doing it? The Dr. Dre that I know is a good man. The Dr. Dre that I know is a man that released great records, produced great records. The Dr. Dre that I know is a good father and and was a good husband, and he provided for his family. The Dr. Dre that I know created one of the best headphones that in the history of headphones called the Beats headphones. The Dr. Dre that I know actually worked with so many artists from Eminem, and I could just name him, and just so great. Snoop Dogg, Tupac, etc. The Dr. Dre that I know is it's a it's an awesome man, one of the best men ever. And so when I was in California, back when I was trying to get in the industry, we back when I was in my early 20s, and I met Dr. Dre. His presence and energy and charisma, it's like no other. And when I was able to sit in his office and I was able to sit in front of him and talk to him, even though I, and my client at the time, did not get signed, he always said, never give up. Never give up. Keep moving forward. Though it's a no today, doesn't mean it's a no forever. And so when I proceeded to walk out of his office and I looked up at the sky, and it was a little cloudy, and I got into my cab and I proceeded to the airport. And when I got to the airport and I sat in the plane, and when I sat in the plane, my mind went back. I was playing an old CD, and I'm just reminded that this boy from the south side of Chicago was in the presence of a king, in the presence of a king. And being in the presence of a king, I said, wow. And so I went home and I started to do the Wiley Show. And I knew then, I told my friend, we were proceeding to drop him off back in the projects. And I told him, I said, I'm just not a good manager. I want to be a host of a show. And I left him in Cabrini Green Projects. I proceeded to get in my cab and I went away and I started the Wiley Show. But when I was in the presence of Dr. Dre, I immediately said, I am going to be a great host. And so when I heard these allegations, baseless allegations about my brother and about my friend, I I knew then that he is a great guy. And when I saw him, and when I saw Miss Chalet and Dr. Dre, and I sensed something. I said, "This woman can be trusted. She is a liar." And I felt it in my spirit because I heard that voice. I heard in the crevices of the voice, the texture of the voice, I heard that it was a lie. So back to my story when I met Dr. Dre, and we kept in touch all the way up into 2009, and I still have the telegrams of Dr. Dre. And I will never forget, it was my birthday. And Dr. Dre wrote me a birthday card. I'm not going to get into the details of the card because that's between me and Dr. D. I call him Dr. D, but y'all know him as Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre. And so when I hear people criticize him and criticize my doctor, I get perplexed to the core because I know the heart of Dr. Dre. I know the heart of the doctor. And understanding his heart, he's like a butterfly in the cocoon. Have you ever seen a butterfly come out of the cocoon and the beauty of the wings, just a little light butterfly? It's just something about him. So when Tasha K said to Kevin Hart that he should ask the question, why would Kevin Hart risk asking Dr. Dre a bunch of lies? He have never been charged. He never been arrested. He have never had any of these things. He's a good man. And I will not allow you all to come in this chat to criticize my doctor because of his words and his raps and his lyrics and the texture of his beat made me become a leader in this entertainment space. So when Tasha K said those things about Dr. Dre, I immediately reached out to her privately and I said, "You are wrong. You need to make a public apology to my doctor, Dr. D, aka Dr. Dre." So when I watched this interview on Peacock, it's cheaper than that app that she have. And one thing about Peacock, anytime you want to unsubscribe, they do it professionally. You don't have to go to a website. You can sign up on the app, not like Tasha K. You literally have to be on good Wi-Fi. And if you try to unsubscribe, you have to jump through so many hoops and bounds to just unsubscribe. And it's a waiting period of her begging you to stay. Begging. But I don't have to do that with Peacock. Peacock, I can just go there and talk to Peacock, and I can unsubscribe when I get ready for Peacock. But the Tasha K app, you can't do that. You put your information on there, nothing but African leaders and warriors and people begging you for a green card will be coming. Like the information goes to Nigeria. And they sell your information on the black market in the Jello rice. And you wonder why you get a lot of Jello rice into your house. Because they sell your information in the jungle, in the Congo. That's what they do to your information. And you wonder why you're getting these emails about Kakula leaving you with $60 million in your bank account. And you wonder, where did it come from? And I had to tell you, did you sign up for that app? That's how they got your information. Because her husband cousins prey on you with the coins. And I shouldn't say this publicly. I shouldn't say it publicly, but I've been bound bound by the spirit of truth. I've been bound by that spirit. So when Tasha K accused Kevin of stealing her idea, that's a bald-faced lie. Bald-faced lie. Kevin don't need to steal from a woman that's in debt. I'm just saying that. I'm saying it from the heart. I'm saying it from the heart. Is that my future baby mama? A future wife? Dova Queen is in the building. I had a dream about her. A little quickly. I had a dream about Dova Queen. And I don't know, I was dreaming, Dova, you could just stick with me. I was dreaming about us. And I saw something like a farmland in a remote area. And I saw you in a beautiful gown. It was windy and a lot of trees. Crack-a-doodle-doo. And I hear crack-a-doodle-doo, a rooster, chickens, birds, and I smell bacon, ham, sausages. I don't know. And in that dream, I got on one knee and I proceeded to ask you your hand in marriage. And the texture of your lips, I remember. And you said to me, yes, I would marry you. And I woke up. I woke up out of that dream. And I proceeded to get up, and I couldn't. I was crying because it was just my imagination. It was a dream, but it felt so real. And I wasn't planning on sharing it from my heart. But just know, I'm with you always. I remember that. I just had to say that. Excuse my excuse my emotions. I just had to say that. It was something with me, the dream that I had. Okay. Now, I'm sorry, y'all. When I see people in the audience, I haven't seen how to talk to them. All right. So I say this verbatim about Tasha K. She is, we noticed that she's a liar. Um and she still haven't sold out them tickets as of right now. Still haven't sold them tickets out. Wow. Tasha, to me, always say people stole something from her. But it was Lovely Tea that gave her the idea of the wine cellar. It was Lovely Tea. Because at one point, Tasha was not doing any wine cellar. She was in front of her in her house, in her apartment, in a bare room. So she wasn't even talking about doing the wine cellar. But she saw a black woman that was doing wine glasses and the wine cellar, and she stole her idea. So for this woman to try to fast forward in her demonic mind and say, hey, I believe Kevin copied off of me, and that's a whole lie. Kevin don't have any power or anything about that, his show. He don't make the decisions about the set. He don't. Only people that make the decision about the set is none other the producers that's in charge. Let's be clear on that. And I'm saying it from the heart because I'm real. She didn't copy. He didn't copy. Nobody copied. Okay? Nobody copied. Stop with that straight cap. Stop that. All right? Like somebody accused me, you only walking because Tasha K was walking. I always wanted to walk, but hey, I didn't copy it. I watch a lot of Bernie Mac. I watch a lot of stand-up comedian. I like to walk with a microphone in my hand. And so once my team helped me to zoom out the camera, I said, hey, I do that. But I didn't copy that off of it. If I did, so what? So I can do what I want to do, if you believe that. But I didn't copy. All right? So we just had to say that about Tasha K. I didn't copy off that woman. Okay? And free. I ain't been sued for millions. Tasha K is a liar, and I don't have to say allegedly about that, free. You coming in this chat and you even got your $200 to go to the show. Are you going to her show in Miami? Do you got your plane ticket? Do you got your hotel room? No. You ain't got none of that. But yeah, you watching Wiley for free. You can't even go to her show. I think you should keep quiet. You can't even pay for her show. I can. Are you going to her show? No. Do you got your ticket? No. I ain't talking about you, Latoya. You ain't got your ticket. Stop that lie. You ain't got that ticket. Show me the proof that you going. Are you a number 10? And how much you weigh? What's your dress size? And I want you to call in. All right? We going to open up the phone line. I want to hear from you, Latanya. I want to hear from you, girl. And she said she going. If you good looking, I'm going too. I'm going to roll with you. And no, this ain't planned and stuff like Tasha K. We did buy a ticket, me and my friends or whatever. They wanted to meet Tasha and everything. We have front row seats. We bought it early. She refunded our money back and said we're not allowed on the premises. That's what she said. I respect that because, well, no, I don't. But hey, it's your event. You don't want me there. That's fine. I keep my $200, right? I keep my $200. We set up shop in the parking lot and we'll have a good old time 200 yards away from the facility. All right. It's in Miami, and Miami is expensive. It's very expensive being in Miami. That's why me and Nate are going. We're gonna share a room together. Okay. So me and him gonna share a room by the water. And I definitely want to apologize to my favorite member, Nate, and I'm definitely going to apologize to him in person in Miami. And we're going to have an impromptu conversation in Miami. Okay. And so that's going to be on October 20th. Nate 702. 702 will meet the 773 and the 312 in the presidential suite in Miami. And he will definitely be carrying my camera, my nice size camera, where we will go live 200 miles away, 200 feet away from the facility in that thing like that. So we're definitely going to be doing that in Miami, all right, on October 20th with my future, my only, my coffee and my cream, Nate 702. All right. So they said I'm from Miami and my family's still there, so I will be there to troll with you. All right, you gonna be there with me? Yes. I'm so glad. All right, now we're gonna get to this other topic here. It wasn't that much to talk about today, so I'm impromptu today. Y'all know that. It was kind of dry today. And so I didn't want to create nothing out of the ordinary. But I got to talk about Armon Wiggins on last night. Y'all know I love Armon. He's our favorite celebrity. So Last night, because y'all send it to me, I get emails, I get texts, anything that he do, I get so many messages about Armon Wiggins. All right, give me a quick second here. So many messages about him. Y'all, excuse me, my allergies. So many messages about Armon Wiggins. So he went to Zeus headquarters, right? And it was other creators there as well. But of course, Armon is a superstar because let me tell you the difference between Armon and these other creators, imitators. They go there fighting with each other. Armon go there meeting up with celebrities. And I try to tell these smaller creators, I said, listen, y'all got to pay attention to the blueprint. Don't beef with y'all too small to beef with each other. You ain't gonna get no clicks and views about that. You connect with the power players there. And if you about that life, you go for the big dog. But you fight y'all too small. That's stupid. You ain't gonna see me get in no confrontation with nobody less followers than me or my level or below. I'm there with the big dogs. Period. I come there, I'm connecting with Chef D. I'm going to confront Bobby Lights because he got me blocked. He called me Armon Wiggins wannabe. I'll be confronting him, and I'll be saying, sir, we going to talk about it, all right? And I may have to get tested talking about it because they did say some stuff about him. I don't know what they said about him, but I may have to get tested, make sure. So we going to make sure that we have a conversation. So when I went to Armon Wiggins, he did really good. He teamed up with the DJ there. He teamed up with other creators there. They got millions of followers. He was flirting with one guy that is a woman impersonator. He was in Medea Funeral movie. I think a Medea Funeral or the play of Medea, one or the other. He teamed up with him. He took a picture with so many of the Zeus stars. He made up with one of the Zeus people on Bad Boys, the one that they say is gay, but he said he ain't gay. They was smiling, hugging up, kissing on each other, brotherly love. They was in love, brotherly love. And then you get to the section A of YouTube, the ghetto. The section A of YouTube. If you invited, which is a good thing to get invited, but don't bring Section A. Even though I could cater toward the Section A market all day, food stamp market, Section A. I can cater to just like, but I can drop it and entertain with the power players. You know what I'm saying? So they allow the Section A people inside the facility. They want to fight each other. Both broke, ain't got nothing, not on Armon Wiggins level. Broke, beefing with each other. Instead of going toe-to-toe with powerful players in that building. You think I'm going to waste my camera time talking to somebody with less people, don't got that much followers than me? You think I'm going to focus on that? What would give me more publicity? Me bumping heads with a Zeus member or Armon or something that's beneath me? Let's be real here. Let's be real. I personally don't understand it. I don't get it at all. I say y'all focus is out of order. Honestly, like if you're invited to the party, insert yourself with Armon Wiggins. Insert yourself with that. That's the bigger story here. That's the biggest clout. The reason why we're so entertaining, so we learn how to rub elbows with some of the leading people in this particular sector, meaning that we got a piece of the market share, and to the point we're going to increase the market share, right? We got invited to the Zeus. I'm not gonna waste my money and go there. When I'm in LA, I go to LA events. The Freaky Boys invited me to some stuff. They performed, and shout out to Pierre and TT and my good brothers, my friends, been knowing them for years. But ain't nowhere in the world I'm going to waste that energy beefing with somebody below me or on my same level. Absolutely not. I just don't understand it. We turned down the Jaguar Wright interview. Do you know why we turned down the Jaguar Wright interview? Can somebody ask me that question? Well, Wiley, why did you turn down the Jaguar Wright interview? I turned down the Jaguar Wright interview because Jag was so obsessed of wanting to do the interview in my place. I refuse. I said, Jag, I have a venue, a place, a company that we will give you car service. We will interview there. You show up. We interview. It's no need for you to come to my place for interview because you have already fell out with people. I don't feel comfortable having you in my place for an interview. Because you fell out with Storm and all of these type of people. We can. It's a place where we can do the interview in Frisco, Texas facility that have cameras, editing, everybody have to produce, everybody's good to go. I say, you want to go do it? I really have a lot of people in my home for interviews. I really have. If I do, you went through a vetting process. I just recently had a guest on here. He wanted to bring a whole crew of people. I said, no, you just coming, not nobody else. So she didn't want to do it. She didn't want to do that. And I said, that's fine because I'm not desperate for your interview. I'm not. I'm not desperate for your interview at all. I'm not desperate for that. I'm just not. When you come on the show, I don't kiss your butt. I ask the tough questions. I do. I'm just not obsessed with that. That ain't me. I'm Wiley. Why do I have to be obsessed with a mentally disturbed woman that's facing charges? Let's be clear on that. And fight and trying to either play crazy to go to trial and all of that. I don't understand that at all. Like what the world is going on? Like why would I be obsessed with that? Someone that ate their son ashes, not me. So when I look at that, I said I'm not that desperate. I said, hey, do you want to do the interview this way? We had Solar. He's in Mexico. He want to come to Dallas. He said, hey man, can I come stay with you for a week? I said no. I put you in a hotel for about 2 nights. We do the interview and you got to go your happy way because I have a lot of questions to ask you. But you can't stay for me for a week or whatever. Absolutely not. Not you and some your home girl or whatever. I said absolutely not. You're not coming in thinking of my place. That ain't gonna happen. Um, so um, but you can. I'll put you in a hotel for 2 nights and we do an interview. Right? I don't mind. I don't mind. I don't mind putting you in an interview. We do an interview. And put you on the show. I don't mind it because I think it would be good for that. So we had these conversations, and so when I saw Armon Wiggins, teaming up with the people at the Zeus thing, it's great. He didn't get in no confrontation with people. Other folks wanted to beat him up, and they didn't do it. I'm like, okay, this the time. Like, and first of all, why go to Zeus and acting like that? Like, um, you should go there to make connections. You should go there to bring people on your show to pass out business cards to promote your outlet, your platform. Why go there and you fighting with each other and y'all both at the bottom? Y'all not in the conversation with Armon Wiggins or Armon Wiggins having this conversation. Even the people that reviewing it didn't get any clicks because again, y'all not the stars. Again, y'all are on the bottom in a sense, right? So, but if you there, take advantage of those opportunities. And that's something I told Armon people people that used to be friends with me. I said take advantage of those where you got in access to the to this room. It's a network where you can have a leg up, but you so stupid you battle with people at the bottom. Dummy, stupid. Ain't no way in the world you had the inside information with Armand, a front row seat with a master in his class. He's a master. He's a master class in that in his own entity. He's a leader, and you don't pick up some of his characteristics. I know I have from thousands of miles away, but you had the front row seat to Armand and not paying attention to how to move and make things happen and to know how to leverage and take advantage of that. Where your pictures at with these people? You at the same event, no pictures, no type of live with the people. Where your conversation with the Zeus owner? With the Zeus owner. I seen Armand Wiggins there with his drink in his hand, happy to see the Zeus owner with the veneers. I saw that because people sent it to me. They was in my inbox all day long. They sent it to me all day long. And when they sent it to me, I said, "Hey, this is just so great." You know what I'm saying? I think it's awesome for that. And let's not get it twisted. Um, when I look at Armand, he took pictures with a lot of people, with a whole lot of folks. He did. And I think that people look at anybody's success, they try to clout or take something from that wave, but you can't get distracted. You can't. When you in those rooms, you got to network with the people. Take as many pictures with people. Fake it till you make it. Hey, what up? Where your Bobby Light situation? You know, move Armon Wiggins. He was all there with the DJ and dancing with people. I mean, he was all the way around. And I just don't understand it. Okay. I don't get it. Because I wouldn't have done that. That's just stupid. Oh, wait, you could have stayed at home with that. Because none of y'all ain't gonna do nothing. Both of y'all are just stupid, honestly. From the heart, dumb. Ain't no way you in the presence with all these kings and y'all beefing the peasants beefing with that. Just what? What do they do to that? The peasants beefing with each other. Y'all need to be focusing on what the stars are doing, like Armon Wiggins and Bobby Lights and so many other, the Zeus owner and so many other people that was there. I mean, the owners, like powerful brokers, are there. You got one that do free shows on YouTube, ain't going nowhere, don't put $1 in your pocket. You need to be catering towards them that could put a check. But some of y'all are so used to working for free, you don't know how to leverage those relationships. How you in LA and still don't have stars on your platform? I don't get that. Somebody gonna be on my platform that's a star. But when I go to my judge by YouTube, you beef with people below you. I don't understand that. And you in LA with all these stars, and you ain't hardly got no stars. Child, your priorities is out of whack. Ain't nowhere in the world I'm living, eating, and among these stars, and not one star on my show. Not Jason Lee. Nobody from Zeus. No Bobby. No nothing. Not a cameo. Say, hey, this is my show. Hey, my name is what's the name, blah, blah, blah. I don't get that. And then you got people that will travel to LA for drama, not for the show, not to give them a boost in their career, but to beef with people that's on YouTube. Right. Girl, bye. Trash! And Armon Wiggins was smart. He didn't go live on Station Head today. He's doing other videos. He got other stuff planned. He's on his path and he's doing quite well for himself. You know, he for me, if I were to be critical, I think he should have just kept talking about Zeus and Bad Boys and all of that, because that could have made him into the thing. He I think Armon, he's trying to rush the process. And you got to keep doing the work. You got to keep interviewing. You got to keep being part of the conversation. You got to keep going viral, because let's be clear, you helping Zeus, but Zeus also audiences is helping you, because your biggest views were with the Zeus start. With the Zeus people. So you got to keep at it. And I think Armand feel like, okay, oh, you got to, it take years, you know, to put in the work and to make it be known and say, hey, I'm here. He know who you are. He's like, hey, Armand, y'all know, but keep putting the work. You can't be like, oh, I want to work with Zeus, but then, oh, it's trash. I'm not covering it. I feel like they use me. But then you go there and you also, hi, hi, sit down with your hypocritical self. How you gonna go there and you criticize Zeus and you talk bad about him? It's trash and they use you and they don't want to put you on, and then you up in their face smiling, cheesing, all in the owner face, being a little schoolgirl. Hi, 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 hi. You should have seen that. I wish I could play it, but his music playing in the back. But you see, just them teeth, just teething, and he hi, 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 and then the ghetto people come in and they want to fight. It's just a lot that's going on out here in these streets. Okay. Now we gonna open up the phone lines. Actually, if y'all just do participate, if y'all want to call in, I saw that. I said, "Hey, we gonna talk about it. We gonna have a conversation about it. Um, we definitely gonna have a conversation about it. I see y'all in the building. And we want to say shout out to Zeus. We love Blueface Kashan. I don't think they were there because I didn't see a picture of them. I don't think they were there because I know she's about to have her baby. I didn't see them there. I know Roly Poly and Armon got high, and she was supposedly be on his record. I think Roly Poly going to be on his record. I'm not 100% sure, but some female star is going to be on his record, and according to Armon Wiggins, it's going to be very vulgar and a lot of G strings going to show in the record. It ain't gonna go nowhere, but you know what I'm saying. It ain't gonna go nowhere, but in my humble opinion, I don't know. It could go somewhere, but we shall see. All right, so we're gonna open up the phone. If y'all want to call in, if not, good, because I can go and finish up my day and eat my chicken and go entertain myself. All right, they said Tokyo Tony just did that. His teeth, he said his teeth is teeth. They said, hey, yo, yes, I saw it. It was great last night. I saw that event like they had last night because y'all kept sending it to me. So I said, hey, we're gonna add it to the docket today. I said, hey, we're gonna add it to the docket. Y'all, it was about multiple people sent it to me. And I said, hey, I'm gonna make sure that it comes on the phone and y'all send me the text, most on IG. So and I said, hey, we definitely dive into it. But hey, Tasha, I see y'all. Hey, members. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. I see y'all in the building. I see Aaliyah. Who else do I see in here? I see Aaliyah in here. I see Aaliyah. Hey, Aaliyah. Hey.
Is this a replay of your?
You said what?
Is this a replay of your show, or is this so live?
What do you think?
I'm asking you a question.
And I'm asking you a question with a question. What do you
I,
think?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
That's what I'm
you
asking
oh
you
you
because
don't know.
you can remember the answer.
Hmm.
Anyway, listen. Why is you keep being on that boy's thing like that?
Excuse me,
Like, leave that boy alone. Like,
be
you
on what
like
on
that's
what thing?
getting you.
On what thing, ma'am? Can you elaborate? Who thing is I'm on?
Armon Wiggins.
Oh,
Like
okay. Okay, go ahead.
that man is succeeding and succeeding and succeeding,
Yes, ma'am.
and he quick with it, and you still at 31K.
Okay.
Like, leave that boy alone.
Oh, you said
Like,
you said
it's
leave
irritating at this point.
you said leave him alone.
Yes,
Uh
yes, because it
uh
sounds
what made
like you be making up stuff in your head.
okay, what made you call in today about this situation?
Because of the simple reason, the fact of the matter is that you keep talking about this man,
Okay.
like like it's like you obsessive, you a stalker.
I'm a stalker.
About for real,
I'm a
but you
stalker.
said you have your bottom line, but I feel like you have his bottom line too, because
Okay.
you give him a whole bunch of promotion. Like, I
But
would
who
never do that to a person.
what ma'am, you're not a content creator.
Like, oh, that man don't never talk about you on his show.
He never talked about me on the
And he
show.
ain't gotta talk about you.
He never talked about me on the show. That you stand by that?
Okay, he just shouted you out.
Okay.
Good.
So that means he was talking about me
He
on the show.
shouted you out for the first
But
time.
that means you said he never. So that means you are a liar.
Okay, you can call me a liar.
Because
What I'm saying,
you
he
said out
don't
your
need
mouth
to.
that he never talked about me. Then he shouted me out
He don't talk about you.
on station. He never
You
talked
make
about me on station
somebody
head,
have
man.
to engage with you,
He
Wiley.
never talked to me on station head.
Yeah, he talk about you because you keep messing with him.
Okay, so what's the ma'am? First of all, these are men going back and forth. Why are you involved? He don't want no fish.
I don't give a. I don't want his team.
Okay,
So what
so
that
why
got to do with it?
why are you involving yourself with two men going back and forth with each other? What does that have to
Because
say
you want
about you?
somebody to call into your show.
Hey,
You want somebody to say it because ain't nobody been calling in.
that's fine. But is this the call-in show or the Wiley Show? Which one is it?
It's the Wiley Show.
So as long as I'm talking, it's a show.
Wiley, I don't know what's wrong with you, baby.
Well, then
But
what's
you know
wrong?
what,
What's wrong
though?
with you? What's
Oh
wrong?
my
What,
God.
if I'm doing all these things? You said let's go back with what you said. You said I am a stalker.
You obsessive?
You say I'm obsessive,
Yes.
and you're calling in to telling me to stop. Why would I do that? And I won't be able to hear your beautiful voice on the phone.
You miss my voice.
I do miss your
You
voice.
must miss my voice.
Of course, I miss your voice.
Because for you to say that, it's just complete. It's like oblivious. Is like irrelevant to what we are talking about.
Absolutely. But it's just the beauty of your voice. Are you a beautiful woman?
Yeah.
From 1 to 10, 10 being the most beautiful, 1 being.
I'm a 10. I'm gonna always be a 10.
So how much do you weigh?
I weigh 165 pounds.
What's your height?
5'4". And got 4 kids.
You got 4
They
kids?
get it.
You got by the same man?
By the same man. By the same man.
Are you married in a relationship?
Yes.
How old are you?
My oldest is 15 years old. But for one,
I'm just asking you a question. I'm just asking you a question. So are you point of information? Are you ma'am? Hold on 1 second, ma'am. Are you a submissive woman?
Very. Too damn submissive, if you ask me.
You too submissive?
Yes, I'm very submissive. I don't want to talk about myself because
you don't want to talk about yourself.
I'm not a content creator, but
you're not a content creator.
It irritates me, like, because for real, I would have been subscribed to you, and like I just listen, and I was just listening out the blue because I just left from work, and like you're just saying oh yeah, he ain't gonna get this and all this, that, and the third. Like, why you keep hating on that man? That man ain't thinking about you. He ain't thinking about you. For real. He ain't. That man is in a whole nother plateau. It's like on 2 different planets.
So
for real,
I want to ask you that first of all, I understand why you ma'am. Can I please can I interject? Can I interject?
He don't want to be your friend.
I understand that, ma'am.
Man is on a whole nother level.
He's on a whole other level. He's on a whole other plateau. But can I please can I interject, ma'am? Let me interject. First of all, I know why you're upset and bitter. You got 4 kids. No. You got 4 kids. You got 4 kids. Let me get my point out. Let me land the plane. You got 4 daughters, right? You're working a hard. You working a hard job. You just got off of work.
I don't work a hard job.
So you work. Period.
Yes,
you work a job.
I do work.
And you know what I'm saying. So your husband, so again, because again, your husband's bank account is not strong enough to take care of both of y'all in the 4 daughters. I understand that. So that's why you bitter and mad. All right. And you're bitter. I sense the bitterness. First of all, I sense the bitterness. And when a man is talking, you're not allowing a man to speak. So obviously you overtalk your husband. I don't believe you're that submissive at all. I don't get a submissive. You're very.
I don't got no weak ass.
Okay. So when a man is talking as an authority of a man, you should allow the man to speak. Never interrupt a man talking. Make you look very foolish as a woman. But let's be clear. Let's be clear. Me talking about Armon Wiggins, my favorite celebrity. I will always talk about my favorite celebrity because this is my job. It's to talk about people. And you call in this show the most when I talk about Armon Wiggins. When we talk about other things, one second. When we don't talk about other stuff, other things other than Armon, you're no longer to be around. But when we talk about your favorite creator, point information, ma'am. Hold up, hush. I am talking about your favorite content creator. Then you have something to say. You ain't talking about Tasha because you don't like Tasha. You think Tasha K is a liar, correct?
Yep.
So you don't mind me saying calling Tasha K a liar, bald-headed liar, and all that.
What did
But soon
lie
as I
about?
talk about
Tell
somebody
me what
that
he
you
lied
love,
about.
that you
What did he
entertained by,
lie
that you
about?
great about, you got something to say.
What did he lie about? Tell me that.
You said what did he
Let me
lie
say
about?
the truth.
What did he lie?
What did he lie about?
Can I answer what he lied about?
Yes. Yep.
When he had the drugs leaking out of his nose, he said it was
He
AI and
don't got no
Photoshop.
darn drugs looking at his nose. Then if he did, he a grown tail man. If he
Oh,
want
so
to
he
do
should
drugs,
be.
it's his darn business.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, he's doing better than you.
Oh, well, that's your opinion. But of course,
But that's a fact.
But
It shows.
okay, that's your opinion and stuff like you just got off of work. I'm at work entertaining you, and you just got off a time clock. Okay, so we gonna pray for you that you can get. We gonna pray for you that you get off that time clock. We gonna pray for you that you get. We gonna pray for you that you get off that time clock.
$2,200 a month.
You how much you make? How much?
$2,200.
You make $2,200 a month and then give us $1. So what does that mean?
I said my house, my mortgage is $2,200 a month.
Okay, and that's why you have to work the many shifts. I understand. I get it. Times is hard.
I work one shift. My husband pay the rent.
Oh, your husband paid the rent.
Yes. Well, he paid the mortgage.
Oh, he paid the mortgage. Yes.
Yeah, I call it rent. I call it rent.
Right. When the last time your husband made you reach a moment and made you feel good in the bedroom?
My husband made me feel good every time, baby. I got 4 babies by him.
Right. I understand.
But
I want to say this, man. First and foremost, I want to say this from the heart. I will always talk about my favorite celebrity. That's a fact.
I don't have an issue
hold on, but ma'am, you gotta let me finish, ma'am. You gotta let me finish. Can I finish my point? Okay, can I finish my point, please?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I will always talk about my favorite celebrity entertain because you're gonna always call in.
You know, I ain't calling into your show no more.
Oh, you're not gonna call in no more. Okay.
Because like.
Wow.
If you tell the truth, I'll call in.
Okay.
But if you take a lie, no.
Oh, okay. Well, who do you watch that don't? So who all do you watch? So you're saying Armon Wiggins don't lie?
No. What did he lie about?
Oh, he don't lie. So Armon. I want to make sure. I want to put on the record. I want to put on the record. Reclaim my time. So you're saying that Armon Wiggins always tell the truth?
Well, everybody ain't perfect. Well, what did he lie
about? I asked you a question. You can't beat around the bush. Are you saying that Armon Wiggins always tell the truth?
Well, you his stalker, so you.
I'm asking you a question. You say don't lie. I'm asking you, do Armon Wiggins always tell the truth?
I don't know. What did he lie about? Prove me wrong.
So you say I'm asking a question. You're not answering. You're beating around it. I'm asking you a direct question. I need a direct answer. Do Armon Wiggins always tell the truth? Yes or no?
You would know better than me because you stalk his life.
You say I stalk his life?
So you'll know better than me. I don't know. I don't know what he lied about.
Oh, okay. You don't know because maybe you at work. Maybe you at work.
Yeah, I probably was. No, I watch all like I'm one of his members. I watch all his shows. What did he lie about?
You one of his members? You one of his members?
Yes. Yes, I am.
How often do he go live for members only? How often do he do a members only live?
You'll know better than me. You'll know better than me. Because I'm pretty sure you're a member too. In the bushes. Because you always say the bushes.
Well, I thank you, man, for calling in because you worked a hard job. I know you working out there in Walmart, working hard. So I
don't work no damn Walmart.
Okay. I understand that.
I work at ATL.
You said what now?
I work at ATL. I do not work in no darn Walmart.
Oh, okay. What do you do there?
I work at Walmart.
So you break down boxes?
I didn't say. Oh my Jesus! No, I don't break down no boxes.
What do you do
I
at
don't
work?
break the boxes,
What
baby.
What do you do?
I work for an insurance company.
Oh, you work for an insurance company.
Yes.
Mm. Well, thank you for calling in, ma'am.
And
And
I love you to death, Wiley. But my thing is this right here is
you don't
that
love me.
like it's versus you like focusing
You
on
don't love me,
somebody else, focus on yourself. Focus on your craft. Like
ma'am.
focus on
I'm,
you.
ma'am. Again, this. Let me tell you why you kind of bitter and don't know
I
business.
am not bitter.
Okay,
Why would I be bitter
you
about
kind of
you?
confused a little bit. My job is to
I'm
talk.
not the
My job is to talk about people. Period.
no, you
And
are a sexual
if you don't
annoying.
like my job, you
I
can
never said I didn't
go.
like your
So
job.
well,
I
then you
never
shouldn't
said I
complain.
didn't like your
Well, then
job.
why are we having this conversation then?
You more you I was about to say you more woman, but you're not a woman. You're a man. You more man. Shit. I mean, shoot. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't be a content creator because I know everybody be in my business. I wouldn't want to do it. But my thing is this right here. You is always targeting him. Like that's stupid. Like give it up.
Well, ma'am,
Give it up.
ma'am, did your
Up.
husband give up on you?
No, you ain't
Did your
said this.
husband give up on you?
My husband ain't gonna never give up for me.
Exactly.
Cause I'm not no whack chick.
Okay, and
I ain't whack.
I'm never gonna give up on my favorite son. As long as he relevant, I'm
I
gonna talk
just not.
about him.
Yeah,
Period.
but it's not even about you talking about him. But don't lie.
How? What
Don't
was the
lie.
lie? What was the lie, ma'am? Can you tell us the lie?
You sit there and talk about some. Yeah, he went to Zeus and he was begging. Like it just be like what? It's like it's clickbait.
you said
It's
so he
clickbait.
wasn't begging.
No.
In my eyes, he was begging.
Why? What? I ain't gonna say that. No, he won't. Okay. All right. Well. All right, Wiley.
I want
All
you.
right.
I understand that you're a little upset that you have to work
I am
16,
not
20
upset
hours. I get it.
whatsoever.
I get it. Your man ain't hitting it right. I understand it. Come to Vegas and we'll change all that. But we thank you.
I no where in October who's
Ye-
okay, that's another thing. Who's up there and talk about a vacation they could go on months and months and months from the event. Don't nobody do that.
You said don't
Like you
nobody
gotta keep
do in
your
advance about to announce about that for the audience. So
no, it's not wrong with it, but don't I'm just saying in general, like who you know what? I need to get off my work phone and call. No, I don't even want to do that because like I don't even like that setup that you got going on. I don't like the fact that you just keep dogging this man out and this man working his tail off. I don't like that for real.
are you high?
No, I don't do drugs.
Do you drink?
Yep.
Did you drink some today?
Nope.
Are you sure?
I just got for work, honey.
Well, we thank you so very much for
Now,
calling.
are you dogging a black woman? Because I'm a black African American. Are you dogging me?
First and foremost
Because you
is
love your black women, right?
I do, but you are a disobedient woman
What you mean disobedient? So I
because
got to be obedient?
absolutely.
What you gonna hit me with a stick or something?
I didn't say
Oh,
nothing about it hit it with a stick. I said when a man is
so we talk
talking,
about
the
how am I
man
disobedient?
when a man is
I'm a grown woman.
okay, but you are a disobedient grown woman
How am I disobedient?
because when a man is
Well,
talking,
disobedient?
when a man
That's something you say to a child.
you're disobedient.
That's something I say to
Where you
to
acting
one of
like
my
a child,
girls.
you're disobedient.
How am I disobedient?
Because number one, when I'm talking, you interrupt my conversation. You don't allow me to
You
talk.
interrupt all
And again,
everybody that calls
because
to your
you are
show.
disobedient. And it's okay.
You
Because
interrupt everybody that
I don't
comes
have to
to your
marry you.
show.
I'm
They
not
don't
with you.
go to your
You
show.
are a
You,
disobedient and out of
in
order
debate
woman.
with everybody that don't go with your narrative.
But can you allow me to talk so we can have a conversation? Because you interrupted
Mm-hmm.
me.
I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead. I'm gonna be obedient.
I feel for this woman because she's working hard. pushing them papers, getting people to get some insurance. They hanging up on the phone with her.
No,
And
no, no.
in my mind, they got to file the
Actually,
claims, and they cuss her out.
no,
And her
no.
husband haven't touched her and hugged her and made her squirt in a long time. So
Oh
my
my God.
prayer is that he touch her tonight
I
and
got a
get the
15-year-old, a
walls of the yoni
7-year-old, a
that she
5-year-old,
squirt like she never
23-year-old,
squirted
all
before in her
there.
life.
You say
That
my
she
man
learned
need
how
to
to be
fight?
obedient. That she learned to be an obedient woman, and that her man tonight go down in her yoni and lick every inch of her wall, so
It's
she don't
still
have to
not gonna.
be
It's
bitter.
still not gonna change the fact of that you are obsessed with this man. Everything that you
Your
saying,
husband needs to be obsessed with your walls.
my man is very obsessed with it.
Okay,
My
why
man is
why
very
why you
obsessed
not
with it.
on the
I
phone with
don't
your
have a
man and you on the
phone.
phone with me?
I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone with you because I'm driving. I'm in traffic.
Oh, you driving, you in
And
traffic.
I'm driving and I'm on my way home.
Do you have to cook your man food when you get home?
No, you go eat some spaghetti.
Oh, so you're gonna order oh, you already made the spaghetti? Is it
Yeah,
homemade?
I already know that. I made some shoot. I mean, shoot, they're gonna eat some leftovers tonight, but
Are they gonna eat some leftover because you are a terrible wife because you want to call into the Wiley Show?
we Wiley,
Yes.
Wiley, I'm a terrible wife because I called it to the Wiley show and my kids and my husband, my
You supposed to be in
husband
that kitchen
going to
cooking, not calling in trying to get me together. You get in that kitchen and cook. Cook that man some
Well, how about this? How about you cook for your
cornbread from
mama?
scratch.
Cook for your mama.
I don't
Cook
have
for
to cook
your
for my
mama.
mama. Again, I'm not here with my mother. I'm here alone entertaining you on the phone with you.
Well,
I'm
why you
telling
ain't
you,
got no friends?
I do have friends.
Where's your friends at? Could you talk about them like a dog? Where's your friends?
Ma'am, I want to say thank you for
Where is? I'm dead serious. Like for real. Where is your friends?
my friends is with
You
me.
see,
My
you see,
friends,
like to say, you
once
like
ma'am,
you're a
ma'am.
need a free. You're a need a friend as need a friend tell person.
Well, ma'am, I thank you for calling in. All right. And
Yeah.
I want you to drive home safe.
Oh, God bless you.
Thank you. And I want you to go home and cook that man some dinner. Okay? I want you to put
I,
on some
I,
I
I
want you
said
to
what I
put on
said.
some lingerie, go in that kitchen, put on a Chris Brown record, or okay, or put on some Betty Smith or some Shirley
Oh, man.
Caesar and cook your man a home cooked
And
meal.
stop acting so ugly.
Thank you
Like
so
you
very
ain't
much,
got
man.
down home.
Okay.
Like get it together,
I
baby.
understand that.
Get it together, baby.
I understand. I'm not your baby. You too disobedient to be my baby. I have obedient
I
people
no,
around.
you don't want a woman. You want a man.
I
Like what
don't.
are you
If I
talking
wanted one, I
about?
could have one.
You definitely can.
All right. You're just
You
disobedient.
definitely
You
can.
learn how to be
But
obedient
you can't.
to a man
Stop
present.
doing that.
All right. You
Well,
are
you can do
dismissed.
whatever you want to do. I don't
You
care.
may hang up. You're dismissed.
Bye.
Bye bye. See, she needs that authority. Okay. I mean, hello, you live on the Wiley Show.
Wiley.
Welcome to the Wiley Show. How you doing?
Wiley, this is Jaguar.
Hi.
Oh my God, who was that person you was just talking to?
I was talking to a woman that's in need of a good man.
I called 50, 11 times,
Oh, you
and
called
she
50.
wouldn't stop talking. I'm traumatized. I had a long hike today. I'm trying to recover from sun exhausted, and this woman wore me out. And she said, "You just sitting there just to telling her what she needs to do, and she just want to argue with you about that pink panty fairy." I'm trying to understand why she cares so much about a man whose jaws is more feminine than hers. I don't get it. And then she want to sit here and talk to you about how you are obsessed. Clearly, she's obsessed with you because wasn't she supposed to hang up like 10 times? I can show. You know what? I'm gonna get a picture of my call log and I'm gonna send it to you, Wiley. I literally called 15 times waiting for this nut. I'm like, okay, she's definitely gonna be done by the end of this. Nope, he ain't clicking over. That shit, I'm traumatized.
You are,
Wiley?
yeah. You say you are traumatized. Wow, I'm so sorry to hear that. I want to ask you.
Oh my God, trying to get into the Wiley show. I had no idea it was such a hot ticket.
So where, how, when you say traumatized, how are you doing? Because I know you were singing Jill Scott, and I talked to some
Oh
people
yeah.
to Jill Scott team. They said, why are you singing her records when you trash Jill Scott, when you dog her out?
Well, number one, I'm allowed to sing whatever song I want to sing. Just because I don't happen to fuck with a person doesn't mean that I can't sing the record. More importantly, I was there when that record was made. Matter of fact, my cousin's voice is on it, and I did background vocals that I wrote and ghost wrote and arranged and all of that. Why am I not allowed to sing work that I helped create?
So you're saying that you work with Jill Scott?
Absolutely. She was my best fucking friend, bro.
She's your best friend today? Was she your
She
best friend?
was. Fuck no, me and that bitch ain't been friends since 2005, since she stole my band, and then she turned around and had a baby with my ex dude. Like, no, I had no interest. But that doesn't mean that I can't like the work. It was great work. Shit, I still listen to some Common records. Like one of my favorite songs by him is one of my favorite hip hop records of all time. I used to love her. I just don't love him no more. But I still love the song.
Don't it make you feel bad to see Jill Scott got all this wealth and you are
No,
on
I don't,
YouTube?
because the bitch ain't got as much money as she like to make people think, number one. Number two, she can't keep a fucking man because she can't keep her legs closed. I hear low key her drinking has picked all the way to fuck up. And the best thing that ever happened to her, she fucked up fucking Terrence Howard, and that's Lizelle in E flat. He did love her, now he don't. Just like me, and everybody else I don't fuck
When
with.
I was
Like,
checking,
I
when I
don't
was checking the
understand why
records,
people are so pressed.
I was checking the records. I don't see you have any writing credits of any Jill Scott songs.
She didn't put any writing credits of me on any of her records because I never wanted to be attached to the shit. When I say we were best friends, we were best friends. And maybe you should go back and ask some other people in Philadelphia exactly how many of her sessions I actually sang in at Touch of Jazz. Touch of Jazz was only 3 blocks away from Larry Gold's. We were literally all making records 3 blocks away from each other. It was either Larry Gold's or it's Touch of Jazz. I was there for most of Floetry's records. I was there for damn near half of Music Soul Child records before Carvin and Ivan split up. Like, people, I don't know why people think that I'm not who the fuck I am because they don't want to believe the truth, but it's perfectly fine. Like, if you go and listen to the last song on the first album, Who is Jill Scott, which, by the way, the title of that album was my idea. She didn't know what she was gonna fucking name it. She had been on tour with the Roots. They were doing T-shirts. Who is Jill Scott? Who is Jill Scott? I'm like, Jill, that's the name of your album. Let the audience name it, and they'll love it, and they'll double down on it. And I was fucking right, just like those goddamn postcards for the second album, for Beautifully Human. But anyway, long and short of it,
When I look
if
at
you
your
listen, no, long and short of it, if you go back and listen to the first album,
okay,
there's this one record that she came up with at Black Lily in New York when we were still doing it in New York. And she would come up to the wetlands. And on the last lyrics, you'll hear, all you gotta do is try and try once again. Try, try and try. Try, try, try. Try, 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 try. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those are me. Those are actually still my vocals. Just like it's my cousin, Lady Alma. Is It the Way? You don't see her name on the album fucking either.
I want
See,
to
this
ask
is
you
the
this
problem.
because
This is
here, why
the
you're not
problem.
fighting that?
Jill's
And
plagiarism. No,
why you're not
Jill's
suing her for
plagiarism
that?
Jill's plagiarism is so great.
Okay.
Not even she is willing to have a conversation about all of the people who influenced her, all of the people who helped her. Just like my friend, Mr. Frisbee, Mr. Man Frisbee, who used to work at the Philadelphia Inquirer. He wrote all of all that poetry with her and put together all of that shit, and then she fucking robbed them. I mean, look, I don't know why people think I want to be that bitch, but anybody who has to resort to anal sex because they were so reckless with their vagina at Girls High that the venereal scars and diseases that she can't get rid of that. That's why everybody was like, oh, Jill's such a freak. She loves to do it in the ass. No, that bitch is just trying not to give you, the herb.
But
she does it in the ass.
I'm looking at your success, and it's about you.
My success is fucking fantastic.
Because
and see, this is the problem.
Hold on one second,
this is the problem.
One second.
People are only judging. Wait a minute, Wiley. You want to talk about that? I'm going to give them to you.
When you were introduced into this world by the Roots in 1998, right?
Oh, no. The Roots did not introduce me. Richard Nichols handpicked me.
Okay.
I never wanted to be down with the Roots.
Okay, but
I did them niggas a favor because I was hot and they were whack.
Okay, that's a part of your success, right? But everything that you have touched, either you said they violated you, nobody in all of this from the 80s to the 90s all the way up to today, everybody else was the problem and you wasn't. Do you take any
No.
what you
No,
did
that's
wrong
not
in the
true.
industry?
If you want to talk about people who got fucked over from my era, let's talk about Glenn Lewis. Glenn Lewis got fucked over royally. If you want to talk about people from my era that got fucked over, let's talk about Vivian Green, who Jill did everything that she could do to fuck over Viv's relationship with her baby daddy. She did everything she could do to fuck over Vivian standing in the game. Like, the only reason her and Erica are friends right now is because they fucked over everybody else and they have nobody else left to be friends with.
So you're blaming Jill for your failure as an artist?
Why don't you ask Jill why she's no longer friends with Monique?
But I'm asking you a question. You're blaming Jill Scott because at one point you said Clyde Dave was the reason why you failed as an artist, but now you're blaming
No.
Jill
I never
Scott
said I failed as an artist. What I said is that I wasn't going to buy into a system that hurts, kills, and destroys people and defames people.
What do you mean?
I'm not going to do it.
But you have done it. You said Erykah Badu.
I've done what?
You said that Erykah Badu bury men draws in her backyard.
That bitch is a witch. Erykah is a witch. And we're not even going to get started on that. Because, listen to me. We're not going to get started on that.
But no,
because I just found out some very bad news.
You said all this stuff about all these artists doing better than you. They all doing better than you.
The man that was playing keyboards for Erykah Badu on the current tour that she's on just dropped dead. He is my friend, Daniel Jones, who used to be a musical director for Janet Jackson. He is dead right now. His wife and his mother are picking them up and bringing him back home to Texas. He died from a drug overdose, and I want to know how, because there's no way. There's no way. Nobody who was bringing drugs to that crew should have had fentanyl in anything, allegedly. So we're not going to talk about Erykah, because I got a fucking issue with that.
You're blaming Erykah Badu for Daryl being a drug addict?
No, I'm not blaming her for being a drug addict. What I am saying is when artists tour on the roads and they're going from city to city where they don't live, you don't just run up on any normal corner boy and drug dealer. No, there's usually somebody that is in touch, that is selected to serve people. That's rock and roll 101. You're not going to go in and out of town, going up to a bunch of strangers so you can get fucking arrested before you finish the tour and get your money. There's always a guy. The question is, that guy is usually selected. He's usually handpicked. So how the fuck did allegedly drugs with fentanyl end up in anything that came to anybody associated with that crew? That's what I'm talking about. And that's why I said I don't want to talk about Erykah.
But
that bitch is a fucking witch. That bitch is a fucking witch, and I'm mourning. I'm mourning.
Let me say this about you, Jag. Because first of all, I look at your career, it can be called and classified as the rise and fall of your career. You had a rise.
Yeah, it could be, unless you taking all of my stats from Europe, unless you taking all of my stats from Japan,
right? And I want to talk.
All of my stats from Africa,
right?
Unless you taking all of my stats from Australia, unless you taking all of my stats from Hong Kong, unless you taking all of my stats from South America. Like, this is the thing that trips me out. Everybody's so quick to talk about how disappointing my career is. I had a great fucking career.
Jack, let me say this though. I see all of the successes of your career when you was in a Coca-Cola commercial, etc. You were dominating the neo soul. It was an era.
Absolutely. And then guess what? I decided that I wasn't going to play the bullshit game and sit around and let motherfuckers date rape me,
Okay, you
drug
said
me,
I
steal
understand
from
that.
me, and do all
You
of that.
said
And I
you
said,
left.
fuck y'all.
Okay, you
Jill
said
was
you
willing to
left.
do things I wasn't willing to
Okay,
do.
you said you
Erica
left,
was willing
Jag.
to do things
I
I
understand that.
wasn't willing to
But
do.
Jack, you left. But now
And
we
Mary
but
J.
now
and Mary J.
but
Blige was definitely down
I
to
understand that.
do
But
shit I
look at
wasn't
your
willing to do.
but let's look at your career now. Now you on
And please
YouTube.
stop saying it's always fentanyl with me. Nigga, it is always fentanyl. Read the goddamn facts. We just lost a
Jag,
million
hold on,
people to
hold on.
fentanyl
I
here in
understand that, but
Texas.
Jag, but now you're on YouTube right now in
Yeah.
2023 talking about other successful women that came from
They're not
your
successful. It's
era.
successful by what means?
Successful in
by what
money,
means? Mary J.
successful in
Blige was
status.
homeless 4 years ago. She was
But she's
fucking
not
homeless,
but
and
she's
she's
not
still paying Kendu
but she's
$30,000
not
a
but
month.
ma'am,
I don't
but she-
consider that a success.
but you're not but let's be
I don't consider paying a nigga that I never loved
But
who
ma'am,
was blackmailing me $30,000 a month for the rest of my life
But ma'am,
a
let me say
success.
this though.
I definitely don't
I
call
understand
Jill's life a
But
success because
but
you can have all the
let's
money in the
look
world you want.
at
Bitch, if you can't be happy in your own life and you got a bunch of whack ass fucking niggas
let's
running
look
in and
at
out of
hold
your
on,
life and you
but
fucking
Jag,
all your
but
friends,
Jag,
men,
let's
I
say
don't
this
consider that
though.
a success.
Okay, let's say this. They are all successful. They have fans and everything. They are known around the world. They're still touring.
I got
money.
fans and I'm known around the world too,
You
on my
are
own
more-
terms,
you-
without having
you-
to suck a dick,
I
fuck
understand that,
somebody
but
over, let girls get
let me
raped,
let me say
turn
this.
my eye to
Let me
trafficking.
say this
I was
though.
able to do it without
But
doing all that.
but you are now on YouTube criticizing people that's on tour that's still
Oh, I'm
making
not
money.
criticizing anyone. I'm telling
are.
the truth.
You are criticizing.
That's not a criticism.
That's not your
That's the
truth.
truth.
That's not your
That's
truth.
the truth.
That's just your
That's the truth.
rumors
Honeycomb,
because
then tell me something.
I believe it's bitter. I believe that you're bitter
why
about
the
it.
fuck is everybody now
I think you're-
finally coming out telling the truth about Honeycomb?
I think you're bitter
'Cause it ain't
about.
just me.
I understand that, but I think you're bitter because you came
No,
from
I'm not
that
bitter.
same era.
I'm not bitter. What I am
and they
sick and tired
and
of,
they are doing
I'ma
that
tell
as
you what
well.
I am.
I think you're bitter.
I'm gonna tell you
And
what
it's
I'm sick and
okay.
tired of.
I
Let me
think
tell
that
you
you
what
need
I'm
to
sick
get
and
delivered
tired of.
from that. I think
I'm
you
sick
need
and
to
tired of
deliver from
situations like Takeoff still happening. I'm sick and tired of situations like Tory Lane still happening. I'm sick and tired of situations like Nipsey Hussle happening. I'm sick and tired of seeing young men be raped, molested. I'm sick and tired of all of it.
But
I'm
if
sick
you're
and tired
sick
of all
and
of the
tired-
dead bodies that constantly keep dropping. I'm sick and tired of all of it. And I'm going to speak out against it. I don't give no fuck who don't like it.
Let me tell you this. You say you're sick and tired of that, but in your mouth, you do more damage destroying lives by your tongue.
Whose life did I destroy?
You talk about people, about their mess, about instead of you praying for them.
Whose life did I destroy?
Criticizing them. You're lying about
whose
these women.
life did I destroy? I haven't lied about
you
anything.
lied about Common.
You know what?
You lied
Can
about
you do me a
Erica
favor?
Badu.
Can you do me a
lied
favor,
about Jill
Wiley?
Scott.
Wiley,
You lied about
Wiley,
Clyde
I
Davis.
need you to name
You
one
lied about
defamation
all
of character
these
suit I
people.
lost.
Ma'am, the reason
Wiley,
why
I need you to give me one defamation of character suit I lost.
Jaguar, right. The reason why they don't waste their
Sweetheart,
energy and time.
can you please give me
you,
one defamation suit that I lost?
But ma'am, you don't have the money for a lawsuit. You don't got it.
I don't need the money. They could sue me for my catalog, and my catalog is worth a pretty penny.
Your catalog ain't worth
my catalog. My catalog is worth a pretty penny, and over 100,000 people a month listen to my catalog on Spotify every month. Check the analytics. They could sue me for my catalog.
You don't own that catalog.
I do own all of my records, and I own my masters.
That ain't what your cousin told me.
You didn't check your facts.
You don't
they
own
can
your
sue
catalog.
Me for that. So why haven't they sued me?
How much is your
catalog? Why haven't they sued me, Wiley?
How much is your catalog
you're only making me sound more credible. Why haven't they sued me?
But Jag, you're saying that your catalog
Why haven't they sued me?
But Jag,
why haven't they sued me?
Jag, let me say this with you. You're saying that your catalog is worth all this money. Number one, you got put in jail. You couldn't bail yourself out.
I refuse to bail myself out.
Black YouTubers have to put you in a hotel.
I didn't ask anyone to bail me out. Matter of fact, I told everyone not to bail me out. It wasn't my idea. I wanted nothing to do with it. I wanted to stand in jail. I wanted to fight it out myself, and I wanted to take my case
so
to
you
trial.
Didn't ask for the
and
cash
guess what?
apps?
I'm getting ready to go to trial. I'm getting what I want.
But you didn't ask for
I didn't
cash
ask anyone to bail me out.
You
Never
didn't
happened.
Ask for the cash apps or anything
Never happened.
Like that? But you took the money and you out today due to donations, not for your catalog.
Absolutely. And they're about to get one of the bangingest ass free fucking concerts ever. It's going to be amazing.
When are you
Sean
going to do
Way
this?
is hosting it.
again, he's not a promoter. You have burnt bridges with so many promoters. Live
I
Nation
said
don't
Sean
deal with
Davey Way
you.
is hosting it. I didn't say he was promoting it.
But he's not going to
Sean
host it.
Davey Way is hosting it.
You can't host something that you don't have. You don't have the infrastructure.
What are you talking about? I can't host something that I don't have.
You don't
He's
have
talking
it.
with the venue now. We're doing it in Minneapolis.
You're not doing it in Minneapolis. Stop the cap.
Yeah, we are.
When are you doing it in Minneapolis?
Yeah, we are.
After your trial, you're doing your concert?
How about
after
actually,
your trial?
no, we're going to be doing it like late summer, early fall, after my single comes out and after we finish the video and release the video.
When are you
because
going to do
I got gold shoes. I got gold shoes, gold hair coming out. And that's going to be so fucking hot.
Listen, Jag, I just think that you are all over the place, number one. And
I'm not all over the place. You just don't understand my movements. And bravo.
So you want to be an independent artist, or are you going to sign with Clyde Davis?
Oh no, I'm going to be. I've been an independent artist since 2008, and vowed to never go back to the major system ever again.
But when
in 2008.
When I talk to
and I'm glad you think the song sucks, but I'm glad you know it and you recognize it. There's a lot of people that said otherwise.
But ma'am, the song wasn't mixed and mastered. But ma'am, the song was not mixed and mastered. You do know that. It was not produced. That's not a great Jaguar Wright record.
Number one, how can the song be mixed and mastered when we were in the studio recording it? By the way, I freestyled that shit off the top of my fucking head. But I was in there to record something else, and we did it. We just turned the cameras on while I was creating it.
So when is that song?
So I don't get what you're talking about. But you know what, Wiley? Do me a favor.
So hold on 1 second. When is the song? Hold on 1 second.
Do me a favor.
When is the song gonna come out?
So many people in the industry. Tell them this for me. Pass this message.
No. Hold on 1 second. You got to answer the question. When is your new song gonna come out? Let us know. When is the new record gonna come out? When is this new song going to come out?
It'll be out in the next couple of weeks. Right now.
In the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, I got to shoot my video.
And who's going to shoot your video? What's your budget for your video?
That I'm not telling you.
How much you going to spend on your video?
Well, that I'm not telling you.
Who's financing your video?
It is a privately funded project by one of my independent investors.
By your independent investors, they're investing in you, but you have no good track record of a good investment. You haven't been on tour in decades. You haven't sold in decades. You don't
right now. Everybody is excited.
You don't own anything that you did with Jay-Z. You don't own your catalog. You don't own any of it. You in debt. You do not own that.
I always have
you don't own that catalog, man. You wish, but you don't own it.
How the fuck can you tell me about my own shit?
Because I talk to people in the industry. You don't own it.
You don't own your drawers.
You don't own your catalog. So you own your catalog? You own your catalog?
You don't own your drawers.
Okay.
You know that why
let's go to your let's go to Spotify. Let's go to Spotify in a second. Let's go to Spotify. Let's see how many streams you doing on Spotify. 40,000 monthly streams. That's nothing. But yet you're talking, but you're talking about other artists like Jill Scott. Let's go to Jill Scott monthly streams, right? Let's go to Jill Scott, the one that you criticize a lot. She got over close to 2 million. Then you talked about Erica Banks. She get millions.
You're looking at what it is this month, and that was after I was in jail.
Oh, after you was in jail, it went
next couple of months.
Next couple of months is gonna boost up. So
this has been great.
So the next couple of months is gonna boost up. Okay. It's gonna boost up. Okay, so you do know.
I can call to give you a free interview, Wiley.
But Jag, when we get your music,
give you a free interview,
but Jag, we're right. When we hold on 1 second. When we go to your music and they buy the music, we have to go through another company, not you. You don't own your catalog. You do know that. Who told you?
What are you talking about? All of my records are licensed through other companies. It's been that way for years, just like it is with the rest of them. Because guess who else don't own their own?
So how much do you make? How much do you make a month?
Doesn't. And guess who else doesn't own it? Erica Badu. Like all of the bitches you talking about have publishing deals and signed over their royalties years ago.
So how much do you get from your How much do you get from your royalty checks? How much do you get for your royalty checks?
I'm talking about Armon.
Hold on 1 second, Jill Scott. Jaguar, right? Jaguar, right? I understand that. But we talking about you, Jaguar, right? How much? Hold on, Jaguar, right? Hold on 1 second. We can't do all the cussing. I gotta ask you, how much do you get from your check from your royalties every month? How much do you
It's not.
get?
That's none of your business.
How much? Is it more than
My what's
10,000?
in
Is it
my
more than
pocket ain't none of
20,000?
your
Is
business.
it more than
That's like me
30,000?
asking you how much pussy you get every month.
Man, it's
How
not
much
about
pussy you
that.
get every
We're
month?
talking about your Jaguar, right? We're talking about the revenue that you get from your catalog you claim you own. How much do you
How much
get?
pussy you get every month,
Ma'am, I
Wiley?
asked you the question, how much do
No,
you
I'm
get from your
asking you a valid
catalog?
question. How much pussy is
I
you
asked you,
need in
but you probably
every
not getting
month?
anything because you got evicted out of your place. You were
That wasn't
homeless
my place. My name was
because
never
you
on the
because you
lease.
couldn't afford to put in your place because you got a lot of
What do you
evictions.
mean? Because I couldn't afford it. That's funny because the rent got paid out of my business banking account every month. Now, once again, Wiley, how much pussy
So
do
well,
you
what?
get
So why
every
was it in?
fucking month?
Why was it in your
How much
name?
pussy
Why
do you
was it
get,
in?
Wiley?
Why wasn't it
How much
in?
pussy do
Why
you get
was
a
it
month,
in?
though?
Why was it
You
in
know what?
your
I thought
name?
you wanted
Hold
to
on one
talk
second.
about
If
I
you
saw it on
have
your
the money,
thumbnail.
hold on one
I'll
second.
talk to
If
you.
you have
Bye. I gotta
if
go
you have the money and you say you had it on your bank account,
to
how much money did it
You
come
know
out of
he's
your
the new
account?
channel manager
And
on
if it
TNA.
came,
I
if
gotta
you
go see
came, and
Janai.
hold on one
I
second,
don't know.
if it came out of your account, then why did you get evicted, Jag? If you're saying that it came out of your bank account, it came out of your account, then why did you get evicted? You got to answer these questions. It's no need for you to talk about Armon Wiggins, Jill Scott, Erica Badu, any of these other artists, because as a fact, they all making more money than you. They're on tour. They're on the accessible. They're everywhere, and you're not. You have a dose of bitterness. You're mad and upset that they can sell records and go on tour and thriving out of this world, and you got to cater towards men in this sector to bail you out of jail, and yet you're still criticizing Jill Scott, Erica Badu, then you're lying because Jill people say ain't nobody passed away in their inner circle. You have all of this stuff that is going on, but yet you're not on tour. Your record's not on the charts. You don't have a video out. You don't even own any of your music. You don't own it, right? You are still in debt with your label because you spent a lot of money. You went over budget and your albums flopped. And it's okay to take ownership. You came into, and the people that I talked to in the industry, Jill Scott and Erica Badu team, and I talked to a lot of musicians, they would say that you were a great artist, but you have always been a lot of cuckoo. You've been cuckoo. And you about a conspiracy theories, and you did not handle your business correctly. As you can see, who's thriving? Erica Badu is thriving. Jill Scott is thriving. You're not. It's sad that you're not on a tour with Jill Scott, Erica Badu, the Neo Soul era. It's sad that you're not at the Essence Festival. You on YouTube calling into shows to talk about other people that is making more money than you. It's sad. It is so very sad. And also, you're fighting charges as this day. But yet you're criticizing all of these successful black women that came from the same era as you. They're in the same path of you, walk the same streets of you. They're successful and you're not, and you're bitter because you destroy those opportunities. There is no promoter out in this world that will put your name on the marquee to sell tickets because you burnt a lot of bridges. Don't nobody want to mess with you in the industry. So now you are coming on YouTube projecting your hate and your venom. And that have not worked because you're not even a successful YouTuber. So again, what I'm saying to you, Jack, because you're still listening, you're still watching, you're still clicking, you still this. What have you done for yourself? What money is you bringing in? Then we asked you. I said, hey, well, let's be clear. I never asked them to bail me out of jail, but you took their money. You took all of their money. You took the people that subscribed and donated, but yet you're telling people that, hey, I make all of this money because I own my catalog. But yet you have to get men have to get on their back and lubricate themselves to beg and plead people to donate $1, $2, $20, $80 to get you out. Then they have to put you in a facility, a place where people are running away from domestic violence. You went there, you were so obsessed with the internet, snuck on those people's computers where it was a good security breach, and they had to literally ban you and kick you out. And then those same creators had to go in the fund and help put you in a hotel room because you are penniless, broke, nothing, zilch. You have the only thing that you do have is your voice, but you don't know how to monetize your voice and monetize it to a sense to make a coin. Everybody else have pimped you out, used you on YouTube, and all this. And you came out better to get pimped out in the industry, but yet you're getting pimped out on YouTube. But then you come here, over talk, cussing, mad, because you got to look at that stage, Jad, and look in your computer and see Jill Scott on movies, see Jill Scott performing, see all of these people, Erykah Badu successful, going on concerts, performing in arenas. And you're on YouTube, cussing, upset, mad, depressed, fighting charges with Dallas, Texas, with the prosecutor, going to trial, pretending to be crazy to get off of a charge. And let's hope and pray it goes your way, but I'm going to be shocked if it don't. So that's what your life is accumulating to. It's sad because you at one point was on top. You was on a Coca-Cola commercial. You was on a Jay-Z, on the MTV Unplugged, Song Cry, and so many other songs you did. Incredible. But yet, fast forward to 2023, you are crying out on YouTube. You're crying out on YouTube. You're crying out on YouTube. That is sad because you were in the industry. And instead of you knowing how to play in the business, because it's the music business, you got played. Instead of you learning how to get help mentally, you got played on YouTube. People have made so much money off of your likeness, off of your voice, and you got absolutely nothing. It was so sad when they came and the sheriffs came and evicted you and your mother out of that apartment. And you keep saying, well, my name was on the lease, but yet you were fighting to stay in a place that your name wasn't on because you got multiple evictions and you have a extensive criminal record, meaning that it's difficult for you to rent apartments in this great state of Texas. Because one thing I know, that if you have all of this stuff on your record, it's difficult for you to even rent out a studio because you got a criminal record and a lot of pending charges. So that is why you can't even put your name, Jacqueline Wright, on a lease, because when they run your name, they see all of the criminal behavior and they don't want you in their complex. That's why your name is not on the lease. Do you hear me? And that's why your mother was in there with no shoes on, with the sheriffs. You are there cussing out the leasing office. And your cousins and family had to rescue your son, your baby, and your mother to safety because they were put out on the streets. Your priorities is messed up, Jag. And then now you're trying to sell a record and it wasn't mixed and mastered. And it went absolutely nowhere. And yet in 2023, you're still mad at Jill. You still mad at Erykah Badu. And they both doing better than you. This picture you see on the screen is not a picture of a lady on the red carpet. This is you in Dallas County Jail. You're a mugshot. And we're not doing that to call you down. We're doing that to call you up. That you get your priorities in order. You're in your 50s. Now is the time for you to get right with yourself. Because I don't want to see you in the next 10 years still talking about, well, I was in the business. They screwed me over. Clyde did this. Clyde did that. And Erica Badu is this. And Jill Scott is this. We're going to be talking about a win for you. When are we going to talk about a win? Because every time you come up and your name is being addressed, it's always in gossip and mess. And you're not getting paid for that either. So hopefully one day, sister, you learn that. You get it together. Hopefully. All right. I wasn't planning on interviewing her on the show. Make sure y'all call in. 972-674-9462 is the number. If anybody want to call in and talk about it, y'all are free to do. And listen, we didn't beg her to call in. She called in to the show. Make sure y'all like the video, share, like. We didn't beg her. She called in. Okay. And it's so very sad. So when I look at her net worth, let's go to her net worth, Jaguar Wright net worth. Let's see how much she's worth according to Google. Let's go into her net worth. Your net worth, according to this, they said is worth $5 million. And we know that's not true. You wish you had $5 million. And then you see Jill Scott and Erykah Badu. They're succeeding as artists. Let's go to the phone lines, y'all. We still live. All right, you live on the Wiley Show.
Hi.
Hi, welcome to the Wiley Show. Hi, welcome. I thought this was
Man,
Jill
you
Scott.
read her down. And you know what? You didn't get starstruck, and you didn't get like the other content creators. They just let her run over. And I was thinking to myself, she got the right one. She don't know that she messing with Wiley.
Yes, because
I am so glad. I was
starstruck is
dying.
only with a star. She's not that.
Right.
She's a falling star. She used to have stardom, but she don't have that anymore. She's a regular person, period, point blank. I just think no one ever told her the truth, because she should be on concert and performing in a bar and whatever. She should be somewhere where people can get tickets to see her perform, because let's be clear, she do have a catalog. She do have, well, she don't own it, but she do have records where she can sing and talk and etc. Instead of her educating young artists, all she doing is criticizing. But where's her book about how she got screwed, how Neo Soul screwed her over, how the industry screwed Jaguar? And this is my story from the ashes up to today. She have not done any of that. She's fighting charges
and then
today.
She has that Vivo.
Yes.
If you look at her on Vivo, she brags about having millions of views on YouTube, but her Vivo channel, she doesn't have all those views like that.
No, she
Jag used to probably could sing, but she does not sing well anymore to me. I just feel like she's not a good person. I love Jill Scott. She can't even hold a match to Jill Scott's toenails, or Erykah Badu for that matter. And I'm so glad. I have to call out. I'm so glad you just killed her with facts, and she could not take it. She called to talk about Armon really bad, because that's what she kept saying. I kept calling to talk about Armon.
Yeah.
No, girl, we
because
need to talk
this
about you. She never
yeah.
talks about herself.
Absolutely.
Everything is everybody else's fault. I have never met a person that has a bad story to tell about every single person they have met, and that's her. So
yeah, it's
that's
never
what you get, Jag.
it's never about where she did wrong. She never took any ownership.
Yeah.
It's everybody else's problem. Then she create these names. Well, this person passed, just random names that didn't really happen. It's sad, because
Right.
even if she criticized Armon, he still got a check. He still got more clout in the industry where he owned his music, and she don't. She don't own it. She wish she
And
did.
every time you see Jag, she looks raggedy and homeless. And I'm not trying to be funny, but for all the crap she talks, that furniture that they set outside, they were living like, I mean, like not even like standard people. You had your mom outside, and she doesn't realize how terrible that looks. Her mom looked bad. You could tell she was not being taken care of. Jaguar needs to
go pray. Go in your closet, pray, ask God to restore your voice and forgive you for your sins. That's all I wanted to say.
Facts. Thank
I'm
you.
glad you got it, Wiley.
Thank you so
All
very
right. Bye
much.
bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I was not out, like I said, I was not planning on keeping the live this way, because I told you, you never know who's gonna call in into the show. But again, they call in. And I think that, if she worked with the right writers, producers, she can still make a coin. But again, she's not well spiritually, emotionally, mentally. If you're not well in those three components, you can't move forward in your life. You got to be over. And a lot of it is that she will be more free if she let go of the past. It's a lot of bitterness. Some of it is warranted because some things did happen to her in the industry, and other things that I think that she created issues for herself. I believe she couldn't keep good relationships. Sam Sr. was a great guy, that didn't work. The people around her, she lied on them and criticized them. And it's just a lot that she went through as a woman. So hopefully she get free of that and to become a stronger, better, beautiful woman. Hopefully that she could be able to live a drama-free life. Hopefully. All right. They said the furniture looked like from the thrift store to be so rich. She's not. She's not rich at all. Absolutely not. She she can't even put another apartment in her name. And she asked other YouTubers to put another apartment in the lane. Um, okay. But she don't she's just a risk. She's high risk. So hopefully one day we can have a more conversation with the beauty of Jag, where she's successful and she's on the charts and she's on the Grammy stage or the NAACP stage or the BET stage. But it's a lot. She have multiple evictions. It's so sad for her. So very sad. Bitterness eats you up from the inside out. It does. So I wasn't planning on interviewing Jaguar. Right? It wasn't really an interview. It's a over conversation of her upset. She's mad that everybody is doing better than her. She's mad. Wow. She's just upset. Everybody's doing better than her. Wow. All right. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. I wasn't planning on doing this today um at all. Wasn't planning on doing this. This have been such a show of all shows. And I want to say thank you. All right. This was good. A good show. Thank you to Jaguar Wright. Thanks to all the callers that called in. Make sure y'all, if y'all want to donate to the show, $ Marquise Wiley 28, Zelle, Show at gmail.com. In the words of missionary Milagro Grams, little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you enough. When times get hard, always remember to what? Put God first. Now, thank y'all. This was lit. This was fun. Um, this was such a great show. Um, wow. So I know y'all gonna drag me in the comments. Go ahead and drag me. And I will see y'all in the next video. Y'all have a good one. Peace.